Driving Conversations here at J-Line with Brian, helping others achieve greatness in every part of life. This is where I let the Tesla drive and we have a conversation. Well, monologue? No. Come on, let me know in the comments. All right, today we're talking about when it comes to traveling or being able to not have a place to live, just nomad life, nomadic, slow travel, whatever you want to call it. A lot of people have been selling their homes and traveling. Like, we sold our home last year. Although we do have a place, we usually just stay in the summer and we travel in the winter. So what about the big thing? This is the big thing. You need an address, right? So let's talk about that. For like, some people use a friend's address or a family member's address, and that's where their mail goes to. But today I'm going to talk about something I've been researching and found out about that I think is pretty awesome, regardless of where, if you have an address or you don't. But the main thing is, to just kind of get you caught up on a lot of what we've been talking about, is if you're going to travel, there's all kinds of things that you have to think about. You have to be able to work from anywhere. You have to be able to, what about pets? Do you have pets? Do you not have pets? Are you taking your pets? Are you boarding your pets? Because that could be a big cost, or at least they can change your travel plans if they don't accept pets wherever you go, or if you need to have a service animal or have them trained to be a service animal, all kinds of stuff like that. So that's a whole nother video. What about the way you're going to travel? Are you going to do road tripping? Or we talked about all that in these videos. But today, it is one of the big things. I would say it's probably one of the number one, number two, number three, like top three things would be, what about your address? Like, if you're not, like, how do you get mail? How do you have a driver's license? How do you, they have UPS stores, like, or PO boxes, like on driver's license a lot, and on banks and different things. You cannot put like a driver's license or a UPS store, mailbox or any kind of thing like that. You actually need a physical address. And so there's a lot of people that started going around with RVs, and they started traveling with RVs. Like, they would retire and take their RV or their travel trailer and just travel. Well, how did they get their mail? And a lot of times, if they did sell their home, the address that's on their bank is their old home. Like, I recently updated my address, but this is the thing, from my old home, and so I was like, well, I want to send it to where I get my mail, because I'm up here in the mountains only 6 months out of the year. I said, in town, I'd rather just get my mail in town, right? And so I went to switch it, and they're like, we can't take that address. I'm like, what? And they're like, yeah, we can't take that address. So I went to do this mountain address, and even though I have electricity in my name, this mountain address isn't set up to be a residential address, because it doesn't have a building. Well, I mean, it has a shed and stuff, but it doesn't have like residence home built on the property yet. So they wouldn't even take that. So I'm like, they wouldn't take that. The mailbox I had in town with the UPS store, I had that for years with my business. And so it was like, it's just a business mailbox. And so it's all there. But they wouldn't take that either. So I'm like, oh my goodness. I said, okay, I'll call back. So technically, I still have my old house on my main address, which I don't think you're supposed to do that. So anyway, I need to change that. But how? Okay, how do you change that? Well, apparently there's these services, and I'm not sponsored by them. I just researched it. I'm not even going to put the link in the description at all, but it's called America's Mailbox, okay? And there's different states that have set up a program for if you are traveling full-time, like there are people that travel full-time and that they're in an RV and they just go around the RV park, blah, blah, blah. So this is really cool though. So basically it's it's a service in, I think, one of 3 states, mainly because these 3 states, there's no income tax, no state income tax in these states. So a lot of people are doing these states. There's Texas, there's Florida, and there's South Dakota. Okay, I'm just a couple hours from South Dakota driving. But here's the thing about South Dakota. In order to get South Dakota residents, and you could go online and look at this if you want, but all you have to do is stay one night in South Dakota, one night every 5 years. And so a lot of what's happening is people are going to South Dakota, they're staying one night in a hotel, then they're going over to the DMV, they're getting a driver's license same day, like 10, 15 minutes, getting a driver's license from South Dakota. The residence is in South Dakota. And this is the kicker, this is the part that I think is really cool, is they actually have it where there's different programs, and I think it's like $250 a year, and there's another fee because what they do is they scan any mail that you get. They'll scan the outside and they'll send it to you like an email, and then if you say, hey, can you open that, like if you say, oh, I want to see what's inside that, they'll open it and they'll scan it and it'll go into secure 2 gigabyte storage that you have, that you log in, and you can see all your stuff. But there's more. They do away with all of the junk mail that would come in. They just toss that. The other thing that they do is anything, like if you get like a credit card sent there, or a debit card, or anything that's actually sent there physically that you need, they will just mail it wherever you want them to mail it to. So like your P.O. box, or wherever you are, like if you're staying a long time in a campsite or a campground or whatever, they'll mail it to you. And so you kind of put some money funding on there to be able to do that, to pay for mailing. But other than that, the service of checking your mail, anyway, these are people that would check your mail for you and do away with all of your junk mail and all of that. And I'm like, this is amazing. So I think one of the big things is, where do you live? I mean, everybody wants, where do you live? Where do you say you're from? Am I from South Dakota, or am I from, it becomes complicated how you say, hey, where are you from, when your driver's license says South Dakota on it. But there's a lot of benefits because it is inexpensive. I think it was like $30 or less than $30 to have your driver's license in South Dakota. And I could be wrong, but I think if you get insurance and you have insurance for car insurance based in South Dakota, or even other stuff, I'm pretty sure that it would be pretty amazing. So as far as South Dakota versus Colorado or California or East Coast, West Coast prices, all of that. So anyway, with all that being said, where do you live? I mean, this is your address. I mean, that's key. I think that's one of the big 3. So anyway, where are you going to live if you're traveling all the time? And there's more to it. It's a whole nother video, but I just wanted to do this short little video and just say, hey, Brian here. I live in South Dakota. Soon I'll be living, my residence will be South Dakota very soon, and I'll keep you updated with that. But with all that being said, remember, don't just watch J-Line, but be a J-Line. Until next time, see ya.